Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing today on this beautiful Wednesday morning? Today, I'm going to be going over the Bitcoin price, my price prediction, as well as a couple metrics to keep in mind while we enter the realm of Bitcoin, or all that is Bitcoin, I should say. So, guys, we're living in historic, unprecedented times, to say the least, right? With everything going on. I'm not getting into politics and to, the C word. But as for the B word, which is Bitcoin, price is at 18.9. I mean, incredible. Look at this rally that we've been having. I mean, just immense pumping. Crazy action going on here. So let's dive right into it. So what I did here was I took the average percentage rally, right, for the rallies, and I averaged them up, and I got 938%, right? So this is what I predict the next rally to basically yield, right? I expect it after this blow off top right here at 19, it's old all-time high. I expect it to rally to, I mean, crazy to say, but is it really crazy to say, basically $1,800,000 is my next Bitcoin price prediction. Now, let me keep in mind, this is not financial advice at all. But once again, this is just for educational purposes, entertainment purposes, and my 2 cents or my 2 Satoshis. So, once again, what I did here was I just took the average of the rally. After it hits all-time high and it comes back to touch it just to be a blow-off top, I took that amount of percentage, right? Each time. So almost, it basically happened 4 times. Okay, and I took this average, and this is how I got 938%. Okay, then what I did was I took the first 2 real, rallies, right, after hitting an all-time high, and that was this one, the first one back in November 2013, right, all the way up until basically March of 2017, right. And I took the days, right, which is 41 bars, and as well as this one, which is 43 bars, or 1,310 days. I took the average of these days, and then that's how I got 1,277 days for the next, basically, I don't know what we want to call it, but basically from when it touches an all-time high, and it comes back to revisit that new all-time high just to be a blow off top. So here you can see it touches a new all-time high, comes back, doesn't quite dip that low, right? Still dips, and then comes back right here just to blow it off, right? That's what we're expecting. We're expecting this little rally right here to begin right here and to initiate the next bull rally to the moon. Okay? And I have something backing all of this technical analysis up, right? So what we have here is the stock to flow ratio, okay? And the stock to flow ratio is a very, very interesting metric when it comes to Bitcoin. I think the man's name, or his Twitter handle is Plan B on Twitter, and he was the one who discovered this, right? Very interesting metric here. So this metric is basically right here. Well, let me explain what a stock to flow ratio is. So the stock to flow ratio is a popular model that assumes that scarcity drives value, right? Stock to flow is defined as the ratio of the current stock of a commodity, i.e. circulating Bitcoin supply, and the flow of new production, i.e. newly mined Bitcoins. Right? So here it says Bitcoin's price has historically followed the stock to flow ratio. Therefore, it is a model that can be used to predict future Bitcoin valuations. Okay. Oh, and then, yeah, right here it says the metric was first coined by Plan B. So here we have this gray line, right? This one right here, and this is the actual stock to flow, right? This is what we're basing the Bitcoin price off of, and the colorful chart pattern you see there is the actual Bitcoin price. So you can see every time, I assume this right here, this is when the price halves. So when the price of Bitcoin halves, which means, I'm sorry, not the price of Bitcoin, but the amount of, so what a halving is when Bitcoin, I believe it's every 4 years, halves the amount of Bitcoin production. So let's say Bitcoin is mining 20 Bitcoins per minute or per second, whatever it may be. The halving will only allow, 10 Bitcoins per second, right? So that's what these lines indicate. So here, this first halving, you can see it completely just skyrockets from there. Okay, this halving starts to be, picks up momentum and basically leads us to our all-time high of basically 20,000. And here we just recently had our third halving, and now you can see that we're now entering this next bull cycle, and that's very interesting. So you can see how it's following the stock to flow ratio quite accurately. I mean, it's pretty crazy, to say the least. And we can see a brand new all-time high. Who knows? 100,000, 20,000. We'll see, but the stock to flow ratio predicts a $100,000 Bitcoin by May 26th, 2021. So, hold on to your pants and put on your helmet, because we might be going to the moon. Once again, not financial advice. Okay, finally, for the Bitcoin current analysis, or the more in shorter time frame, what I think it's going to be doing in the short term to medium term. Let's check it out. So right now, Bitcoin has just touched, almost for the second time. Basically for the second time, has touched its all-time high. Well, this one didn't really, but it almost did. 19.4, almost 19.5. Comes back down, touches this Fibonacci line, pumps right back up to, now it touches all-time high, and it tries to break it, doesn't quite break it, takes a little dump down, and now we're just playing in this little area, bouncing off the 50-day moving average, and I believe, let me see, this green one is a 21-day moving average. So now we're just playing in between these lines. Overall, the trend is your friend, so it looks still very bullish. And right now, who knows? We can touch back down to 16, touch this Fibonacci line one more time. We could be bouncing off these 200-day, 100-day moving averages. So right now, very, very volatile area in my opinion. But if we just look at the trend, if we step back for a second, we still look at the trend. I mean, just incredibly bullish, to say the least. I mean, incredible. If we smash this all-time high at 19, I mean, we can be going directly to the moon. Who knows? But once again, we can also be touching this green trend line I have here. Coming back, securing that as support, and then rallying our way back up. So, once again, not financial advice. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you find this video valuable and educational. And I advise you guys to do your own research and play with all these metrics around with yourself, and see what you come up with. And yeah, so once again, not financial advice. Have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday, and I'll see you on the next video.